Tough, if you're the Princess of Wales, because you get criticised whatever you do with your children. I mean, as I've said before, let's not forget what fun and frolics Prince Louis gave us at the Platinum Jubilee celebrations. Lots of people said he should have been better behaved. I think he's just a little boy who doesn't really realise the significance of what he's attended. How could he? He's that young. I thought Catherine did an incredible amount of work trying to keep it under control. And as I said before, I thought it was great fun the way that eventually she just gave him over to Prince Charles at that time and said, can you do anything with him? More or less. Great fun. He recently, though, attended yet again another major royal event, the Easter service out at Windsor St George's Chapel. Now, a lot of people have been picking away at something that occurred there that perhaps escaped your attention or indeed notice. So as ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here. Nice to see you. Hope you're well today. By the way, I have to point this out. If you are a huge supporter of the Royal National Lifeboat Institute over here in the United Kingdom, donations have radically dropped. This is all because they are seen to be helping the migrant crisis along by picking up various individuals in small dinghies. Difficult times for them because as they've spent thousands and thousands of pounds now on TV advertising, suggesting we leave things in our will to them and trying to up donations. The bottom line is over here, the British public are very concerned about the migrant invasion, and consequently they are sort of caught in the middle. My surmise on this, as ever, we like to be impartial, but I would say it is difficult for them. Their whole quest is to go out and rescue people in distress in the middle of the sea. That's what they're doing. But of course, caught up politically in the minefield that now is that escalating migrant crisis. So you can understand why donations have gone down. I'll leave it for you to decide what your personal take on that, and if you're still willing, of course, to donate to them. Could be the next big crisis. It may even fold. As ever, we'll keep you posted on that. Back also to your breaking royal story of the day. This story really I find very heartwarming, in fact, because as we've seen more recently, Prince George attending that football match alongside his father, Prince William, the Prince of Wales, were looking identikit, weren't they? They were looking exactly the same. And Catherine has let slip to a very close source that now George simply emulates exactly what his father is wearing. I think all sons do with their fathers in the end, because they're the big influence, the person that they look up to and think, well, he looks smart, he looks in charge, let's look like that. Now, the same can be said, apparently, for the very lovely Prince Louis. Turned up for the very first time at the Easter service alongside other senior members of the British monarchy in his very first tie. Yes. Now, according to a lot of people were very cruel about it, by the way. I just thought he looked delightful, very smart as ever, well turned out. According to that good source, though, he's learnt to tie the tie himself. And he now is emulating his elder brother, Prince George. Now, we saw, didn't we, how Princess Charlotte really keeps them both in check. I like her. She's definitely the boss. Bit of a Princess Anne about her, I think, don't you? But on a serious note, Catherine got a lot of stick on social media. But as I'm pointing out, and I'm sure many will agree with me watching the show today, it's simply what you do. You look at what your elder brother's doing and either you think, I won't do that, or else I might get into trouble too, or I will do that. That seems a good idea. And as for Prince Louis, I thought he looked, as I say, absolutely charming, delightful. And what's so wrong with wanting to emulate your big brother? Clearly, it's something that he likes, and clearly it's something that's going on right now with Prince George and Prince William. Of course, in those terrible teen years, it all changes for a bit. And finally, you get some sense and re-emulate them once again as you mature. As ever, I'd love to know what you think to this particular heartwarming story in the comments below. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.